She fainted in front of the single-dad doctor. What she admitted after changed his life. She collapsed right in front of him. One moment, she was standing at the clinic's reception desk, arguing softly with the nurse about an unpaid bill. The next, her knees buckled, her purse slipped from her fingers, and she fell forward, straight toward Dr. Ethan Cole. Instinct took over. Ethan caught her before her head hit the floor, shouting for help as he lowered her gently onto the waiting room carpet. Patients gasped, chairs scraped back. Someone called her name, but she didn't respond. "Clear the area," Ethan said calmly, already checking her pulse. To everyone else, this was an emergency. To Ethan, it was heartbreakingly familiar. Because fainting from exhaustion, hunger, and stress was something he saw far too often, and not just in his patients. Ethan Cole was a respected ER doctor in a small American city, the kind people trusted without question. But outside the hospital, his life was anything but easy. He was also a single dad. 2 years earlier, his wife had passed away suddenly, leaving him alone with their 6-year-old daughter, Lily. Since then, Ethan's world revolved around hospital shifts, packed lunches, bedtime stories, and trying, often failing, to sleep more than 4 hours a night. He understood sacrifice. That's why, when he noticed the woman's pale face and trembling hands, he already knew this wasn't just a random fainting spell. The woman came to slowly, her eyelids fluttering open as Ethan knelt beside her. "Hey," he said gently. "You're okay. You fainted, but you're safe now." Her eyes darted around in panic. I can't afford—" "Don't worry about anything right now," he interrupted softly. "Just breathe." They moved her to an exam room. Her vitals told the story clearly. Dehydration, low blood sugar, extreme fatigue. "Have you eaten today?" Ethan asked. She hesitated, then shook her head. "Yesterday?" Another pause. "A little." Ethan sighed quietly, not in judgment, but in recognition. "What's your name?" he asked. "Anna," she whispered. "Anna Miller." As Ethan ran basic tests, Anna kept apologizing. "I didn't mean to cause trouble," she said, staring at the ceiling. "I just needed to ask about the bill. I thought I could manage, but I guess my body disagreed." Ethan pulled up a chair beside her. "You didn't cause trouble. You needed help." That was when her composure cracked. Tears slid down her cheeks, silent at first, then unstoppable. "I didn't come here for me," she admitted, her voice shaking. "I came for my son." Ethan froze. "Your son?" "He's 8, she said. "Asthma. It's getting worse. I work 2 jobs, but it's never enough. I skipped meals so he could eat. I delayed my own care because I thought I could push through." She turned her head toward Ethan, eyes filled with shame. "I didn't want charity. I just wanted him to be okay." Something deep inside Ethan broke open. Because that was his life too. He remembered nights eating cold cereal so Lily could have a proper dinner. He remembered pretending everything was fine while silently drowning in responsibility and grief. Anna wasn't weak. She was strong in the quiet, invisible way that parents often are. "You shouldn't have to do this alone," Ethan said. She laughed bitterly. "That's life, isn't it?" Ethan stood up without answering. What he did next surprised everyone, including himself. Instead of sending her to billing, Ethan marked her visit as a medical emergency under a different code, one that covered the cost. Then he walked down the hall to the hospital cafeteria and came back with a tray of food. "Eat," he said, setting it beside her bed. Her eyes widened. Doctor, I can't. You can, he said firmly, and you will. As she ate, color slowly returned to her face. Her breathing steadied. The room felt lighter somehow. Before she was discharged, Ethan handed her a small card. This is my direct number, he said. If your son has trouble breathing, call me anytime. Anna stared at the card, stunned. Why are you doing this? Ethan thought of Lily waiting at home, probably drawing another picture of them holding hands. Because someone once did it for me, he said quietly. A week passed, then another. Life went back to its relentless pace, until one evening, as Ethan was leaving the hospital late, he saw Anna standing near the entrance. This time, she wasn't pale. She was nervous. I'm sorry to bother you, she said quickly. I needed to talk to you. They sat on a bench outside, the city humming around them. I never thanked you properly, she said. Not just for the medical help, but for treating me like a human being. Ethan smiled faintly. You are one. She took a deep breath. There's something I didn't tell you that day. Ethan turned toward her. My husband didn't leave, she said softly. He died. 2 years ago. Car accident. Ethan's chest tightened. I recognized the look in your eyes, Anna continued. The exhaustion. The way you kept checking your phone. You're a single parent too, aren't you? He nodded, unable to speak. She swallowed hard. I fainted because I was tired of being strong, and when I woke up, you reminded me that I didn't have to be. Silence settled between them, heavy and tender. That moment changed Ethan's life. Not because he fell in love that day, but because he realized something profound. Kindness wasn't just something he gave his patients. It was something he deserved too. Over the next months, their lives crossed again and again, sometimes at the hospital, sometimes at the park where their kids played together, sometimes over coffee that turned into long conversations. They didn't rush. They healed. Together. One evening, Lily tugged on Ethan's sleeve and pointed toward Anna and her son laughing nearby. Daddy, she whispered, you smile more now. Ethan looked at his daughter, then at the woman who had fainted into his life when he least expected it. He smiled, not because everything was perfect, but because compassion had created something real, hope, connection, and the courage to keep going. And sometimes, that's more than enough.